Ìtànà tó bọgbẹ́ láṣọ tó tutù yọ̀yọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà dòjé bá sì kàn aṣubú wá sì rọni. Àpẹẹrẹ yìí fúnra wa ní bọ́lọ́run ti wí. Kọ́mọdé àtàkà máa gbọ́ o. Kó nígbàgbọ́ gbogbo àgbáyé ẹ máa gbọ́ o. Kí gbogbo ẹni tó ń jọyìn kí gbogbo ẹni tó ń jàdó máa gbọ́ o. Ká máa mọ̀ wípé yẹpẹrẹ ni wá bí ewéko ó jàre.
Bí a bá ń jọyìn, bí a bá ń jàdó, bí a bá ń fi tan ewúrẹ́ jẹ ká o. Ká má gbàgbé pé àti kó lájẹ láyé o. Bí a bá ń jìyà, bí a bá ń mú mi, bí a bá ń mú mi ojú lámú sí o.
Bá a bá mo ṣe jẹ́kúlé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì lọ.
Ká má gbàgbé pé àti kó lájẹ láyé o.
Nígbòkígbò tó lè wá o. Nínú rírí jẹ ni nínú àìrí jẹ máa rántí nígbà gbogbo. Pé kúkú afẹ́ pamímẹ́ǹtì jẹun ò sí ń bẹ̀ o. Ikú ń pẹni tó rí jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń pẹni tí ò rí jẹ o. Àwáwí omi lè sí omi kọ̀ ọ́ bá ti dé. Àwáwí omi lè sí omi kọ̀ ọ́ bá wọlé wọn ló yá wọn ló yá wọn ló yá ká máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá lọ́run jàre.
bí a bá ń jó bí a bá ń jáde bí a bá ń fi tan ewúrẹ́ jẹ ká o.
máa bá ń gbádùn bí a bá ṣàlàyé.
ká má gbàgbé pé àti kó ọ̀gá jẹ láyé o. bí a bá ń jìyà bí a bá ń mumi bí a bá ń mumi ojú lámùsùn.
bí a bá ń sunkún lójoojúmọ́ bí ẹni
ká má gbàgbé pé àti kó ọ̀gá jẹ láyé o.
èrè kí ni fẹ́ nìyàn.
inú mi dùn gan lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wípé ọjọ́ òní ṣojú ẹ̀mí náà àti àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ ní thank God for this special birthday very special and we thank God for what God has done what God has been doing and what is now today. I really appreciate God for his faithfulness because at times when your birthday was not about the ceremony but about giving thanks to the Almighty God. God is so faithful, like you are alive. That is just the thanks, the aspect. So I really appreciate this life, for him being alive. This is a great thing God has done for us. I'm so happy. And the children, thank God for the children because they are growing. Thank God for the grace of God upon their lives. We don't even expect this today, but it was just like, okay, something was happening. Thank God for Toyi, thank God for Tope, thank God for Tolu, thank God for Tobi, thank God for Tosi. They are all wonderful children. I pray that we will see their children in the name of Jesus. I pray that he will be alive to witness many more years in Jesus' name. I pray I will be alive to witness many more years to testify to the glory of God. You say that in the name. There's no one like you. It's faithful. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Ọpẹ́ ọjọ́ ẹ̀yẹ wọn, ọjọ́ nǹkan rere wọn pọ̀ ní ìgbà pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká fi ṣẹ̀tẹ̀ kan dúró fún wọn. We want to be alive. We will be alive and many more years.
Hey, 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 hey. Ìgbà tí kò sí ọ̀rẹ́ o.
Olanrewaju Lafenwa. I was born in 1949, precisely July 29, in a town called Ofodia, in the eastern region of Ghana. And I attended AME Zion School for my primary education. In our time, we have what is called the middle school. So I attended Anglican Middle School. It's one of the famous middle school in that town during that particular time of the year. After that, I proceeded to the famous government technical college in the town in the northern part of Ghana called Tamale. I remember vividly when we took the entrance, we were about 750 students who took that particular entrance. But by the grace of God, we were only 26. I remember, that was 1960. I think that was 1965, yeah, that was 1965. All the 26 of us were given automatic scholarship, I remember, by then Ghana government. After completing that school, I also went to one of the best African school at that time. That school is called Takwa School of Mines. In that school, we have countries like Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Morocco. So we are actually, it was an international school, which it was a 4 years program. And we were there also with scholarship. Even I remember vividly, in that school, we were being paid every month. Yes, I remember we were being given 18 cedis, 18 Ghana cedis every month, which I were being given at that time. After that, in 1969, the Aliens Compliance Order came. I was in school by that time because I left that school in 1971. Precisely, I think it was on October. I finished in October. But in 1969, the Aliens Compliance Order came in Ghana, which my parents came back home. When they came back home, they left me in Ghana, schooling. After completing that course, we were 11 of us was selected to proceed to, as at that time, that school was called Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Kumasi. I was lucky to be one of the 11 students which was admitted. But unfortunately, I've never been to Nigeria before, so I decided to come back home, to come and see where my parents live. So when I came back, I saw that the situation was very tense. So I decided to take an appointment. That is how well I decided to stay in Lagos to take an appointment, took care of my parents, my siblings, and so on. That is a little bit the background of my life. Thank you. The very person I can remember is called Abankwa. Abankwa was a very naughty boy. Very, very, very naughty. Very, very naughty. But he was the only son of his mom. But along the line, he's always in my bunk, 24/7. From class, he would come to my bunk. From dining, he would come to my bunk. In fact, everybody thought we were twins because he just loved me, just like that. But unfortunately, by the time we get to 300, he failed. So it was a sad news for me. His mother just took him to the US, and he was enrolled in Florida Academy, one of the best academy in Florida. So Asamoah became a pilot at a very, very tender age. Very tender age. And before I left Takwa, he used to write me. We used to communicate. In fact, he showed me when he was graduating. I think it was a 2 or 3, no, it was a 3 years course. And when he graduated, his mother went, and I was privileged to see his photograph when he graduated. So, but when I came back to Lagos, we communicated for a while, but unfortunately we just lost contact. That is one of my best friends I can remember, because Asamoah was a very, 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 very good fellow in my life. Yes, he was a comforter, he was a roommate, he was a friend, he was everything to me. But somehow, he just dropped. But he became a pilot at a very, very tender age. Yes, that is the only guy I can still remember. I went to the famous Takwa School of Mines. I read mining. But later on, you know, mining is divided into a lot of places. I read mechanical aspect of the mining. You know, we went into the crane, the maintenance, the repairs, and everything of the equipment. And we were. It was a lot of subjects. It was we read the survey. We did survey. We did planning. We did. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a package. It was a package. It was a package, and it was a 4 years. It's a 4 years program. And anybody who go to Takwa School of Mines who read mining should be able to do survey. Should be able to do survey too, because in mining, you know, you have to survey where you can get the point. We call it the point. We call it point. You have to survey before you can so that you go straight to where you can get your gold, the diamond, and whatever you want to get. So that is part of my course that I did there. My first employment in Nigeria is Federal Ministry of Mines and Power. They call it Federal Ministry of Mines and Power. During the era of General Yakubu, Nigeria was Nigerian as at that time. I think when I came, I wrote that application. Within 2 weeks, I was offered an employment. I think I worked there for about roughly 6 months. Then I resigned. When I resigned, I went to Federal Institute of Industrial Research in Oshodi. From there, I think Oshodi, I spent about 3 months. When I left there, I went to the Nigerian Railways. It was there I worked for a very longer time. I think for almost 6 years or so. In Nigeria, I had a lot of fun. We were about 4. Oh yes, we were about 4 who were doing that particular job. We travel, we do this. So I really enjoyed it. From there, I resigned and came back to Lorraine. Then I work in a company called Philip Morris in Lorraine. In 1984, I took a leave. Then I established my own enterprises in 1984. In 1984, I just took a break. I said, look, I have enough of all these salary job. Then I started my own enterprise. I went into refrigerator parts. Then I went into refrigerator parts, selling gas. We have different type of gas, F12, F22, ammonium, and so forth and so on. Later on, I add the parts. That is the compressor, the dryer, the condenser, evaporator, and so forth and so on. And as you have it, I started growing bit by bit, until finally, I decided that I will change again. You know, I am an adventurous. You see, I am an adventurous. I'm not a stagnant human being. That is how God actually created me. Any business I'm doing and I see I am not satisfied with that particular business, I've just dump it and move on to another business. Now I am a merchant. in juice. I'm a distributor of a lot of companies. I represent a lot of companies such as Guinness, Nigerian breweries, international breweries, so on and so on, you know, in abundance. So I thank God now that I can call myself a merchant of juice. Yes, I can call myself a merchant of juice. Very soon, by the grace of God, I'm going to open my headquarters so that people will see what I have done in life. My children will see, my grandchildren will see, my children yet unborn. They will see what their grandfather, their grandfather have actually achieved in life. Thank you.
tó jèrè gbogbo ayé yìí tó sọ ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ nù.
ó rọrùn fún ràkúnmí láti wọ òun abẹ́rẹ́ jù fún olówó láti bá bàbá jókòó ní ibùgbé ọ̀run.
Àdùnwó ló wà láàyè òṣì yìí. Àdùnwó ló wà
I
láàyè
met
òṣì.
my spouse luckily through a friend. I don't know her. I've not seen her, but we were going to somewhere in my car. As at that time I was using 504. The number is, I still remember the number. The number is ODP 231. OD 231P. I remember very fine 504. Fully aircon as at that time. So along the line, he saw my wife. Then I asked him, "Do you know this guy?" He said yes. So we just stopped and she called him. Being that my friend knows her. So when she saw my friend, she just ran to him and they talked. So we now asked her, where is she going? He said she was going somewhere. We pick her. So we dropped her. Along the line, I took interest in her. And she was very, very pompous, very proud. Very, very proud. Very, very, very proud. So after dropping her, we went to our own way. When we were coming, she too has finished what she came to that place to do. So she was looking for a cab to take her home, and we saw her again. So I took the advantage of picking her to know where she was staying. So when I knew the house, but my friend now asked me, "Do I like the guy?" I said, I said, "I like her." He said, again, we have not seen you. I said, "I like her." He said, that was the beginning. So in the morning, the following day in the morning, she just saw me in the house. She greeted me. We greeted her. Actually, that was how the whole thing started. Gradually, one thing led to another, and before we get acquainted to ourselves, from acquaintance, we get very closer until God says Amen to it. You know, when we met ourselves, you know, my wife is just like an Oyibo, to be precise. She has a very long hair, very, very long hair, very beautiful, very radiant, very. When you see my wife when she was very young, every man would like to have her as a wife, you know, and she always composed herself very well in public. Those are the qualities she had that attracted her to me. You see, and is not a person who is loose. What I mean by who is loose, that when you see her, you can see that he has a good home training, very very good home training. When she tells you this is what you want and this is what you like, when you see her, you'll be able to justify the points she gives you. So those are the part of the qualities she had, and she's very very cool-headed. Despite her beauty, despite her everything, she is very very cool-headed, and she's ready to assist in every way. You see her look. Her look. When you see her look, you think she's another human being entirely. But when you get very closer to you, she's what the Yorubas call Omale. Omale, which is her. So that is why I say, you are my, you are my friend. And as God will have it, we traveled together. She contributed a lot to the business I was doing. She brought a lot of ideas, and anytime I apply that particular ideas, it works. So that is part of the qualification she had as at that time. That made me to stick to her. That it worked, in my friend. So those are the qualities she had.
Àdúwò ló wà láàyè òṣì ayé òróró tó dàpọ̀ mọ́ oyin ayé tẹ́ èṣù pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀ gbàjọba ayé tí kò lérè tí kò sóhun tó lè fún ni láyọ̀ ńbẹ̀ bó lówó bó láyọ̀ bó bímọ ayọ̀ rẹ̀ ò tó. Lọ́lá ó láyọ̀ àfi bí bàbá bá àgbàkóso ayé rẹ̀.
Precisely, we started the boyfriend-girlfriend attitude in 1985, late 1985. By February 1986, she asked me to go and see her parents. I went there. We saw the parents. We went to Ibadan. We went to Adokiti. Precisely by say March, April, everything was sound. Everything was sound. And you know, in those days, when you see me, there's no girl who will see me who said, oh, if a boy. So precisely, it was in April 1986. It was precisely 1986. My parents went there. They asked her for the marriage. They asked the parents for the marriage. Precisely, it was in April 1986. Well, we got married in my wife's hometown. And the town is called Osi Ekiti. That is where we got married. Oh, by the grace of God, we have 5. We have 3 girls, 2 boys. Lovely and pleasant children that God has blessed us. Precisely, Toyi was born in, can I remember? All my children were born in Ilorin here. All of them. I did not feel any, but you know, maybe by my background, or where I was born, I love what is called education. I love education. And all my children, I send them to good schools. All the five went to St. Joseph Nursery and Primary School. All of them. But later part, some also went to another. But all of them start. There's none of my children. The five of them, all of them passed through St. Joseph Nursery and Primary School. As at then, during that time, St. Joseph was the best primary and nursery school in town as at that time. So all of them went there. And by the glory of God, their secondary school too was not bad. Some went to university secondary school, some went to federal government girls college, some federal government boys college, and so forth and so on. I was fortunate. God actually blessed me to send them to very good schools. Thank you. You see, they are all peculiar children. You know, they are all peculiar children. You know, in somebody's life, there are some temptations here and there. You know, my prayer was that, especially those girls, my prayer was none of them would be pregnant, wise in school. You know, it was the order of the day. But to the glory of God, none of them were pregnant. All of them, they graduated very well. Doing read French, the junior one read law, and so forth and so on. So I thank God. I thank God. I'm proud of them. I'm very, very proud of them. Christmas and New Year, we celebrate it normal. We don't actually travel because my business doesn't allow me to travel. You know, but I sell what people use to celebrate. So in Christmas even I go to shop because these are what people will use to celebrate. So if I sit down at home on the Christmas day, who is coming after the Christmas? Who coming to buy? Nobody. You see, when anything you are doing in life, where God puts you, that is the key. That is the most important thing in life. Where God puts you, you must be able to make judicious use of that place. Are you getting me? Because the drinks, I sell drinks now, and drinks are being used for celebration. Christmas is a celebration. So if I sit down at home after Christmas, who's going to buy it? Nobody. So I go to shop, but by and large, I thank God. I thank God. Memorable experience when I was traveling is when I was selling fridge. When I was selling fridge, I'll go to. I have a boss, total boss as a man. I'll travel to Lagos, buy goods. I'll come back in the night. I will offload the goods early in the morning. By 7 o'clock, I've gone back. So averagely, I go to Lagos about 4 times in a week. I travel about 4 times in a week. And each time I go, so it makes me to be very, very energetic, very agile, right from my days. When it comes to business, I don't joke with it. I don't joke with it at all because my life depends on business. To feed my children, my wife, anything I want to do is this bit. So I don't joke with it. So traveling was part of my life. Traveling, and in those days, this transfer of money, buying this and buy this was not like this. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. So I travel a lot and I enjoy it. And by the grace of God, I have never had one single accident, to the glory of God. So I thank God for that. Oh, in my spare time, I like wrestling. Oh, I like wrestling. It is my game. It is my sport. It is where I derive enjoyment from. So in my spare time, I sit down in my living room watching wrestling. I am addicted. I am addicted to it. So when I'm speaking, I've never been to UAE before, but I can tell you how New York looks like, the street you see in New York. I can tell you so many in London, in Australia, in every. It's not that I've been there. I've not been there because of the newspapers I read. So I can tell you. I remember vividly when my daughter Toyin was, I think they were in Alliance Française. During the course of their studies, they were asked some certain questions in that Alliance Française. All of them did not know it. Toyin phoned me. I remember vividly. When he phoned me, he asked me that particular question. Immediately, I told them. When he now replied, when he now answered that other question, all of them were very, very, very amazed. That is the essence of it. Newspaper brings you enlightenment. It allows you to see what is beyond you. That is the essence of it. So I am addicted to newspaper. And the paper I do read always is the Nigerian Tribune. I read other paper, but my core paper is Nigerian Tribune. So that makes me to know. I can be telling you, you see, papers allow you to speak about politics. You'll be speaking politics as if you are there. No, you are not there. But because of the paper you continue reading, it's enlightening you. Newspapers brings enlightenment. It brings joy. You can speak anywhere, and you know somebody is speaking. So those are part of the things I do at my leisure time. I'm a liberal man. Very, very liberal. At the moment, I'm a Christian, devoted Christian, but I don't criticize. It's not part of me to criticize, because only God knows. Only God knows. Nobody can judge. You don't have to judge somebody. I personally, I hate it. It is not part of my life to say that Christian is good and Muslim is not good. No. I do my own Christianity in a polished way. I'm a Christian to the core. So that is what I do in my religion. I don't criticize. Oh, I thank you for asking me that wonderful question. You know, in life, you can plan with your academic excellence. You can plan. that this is what we do, this is what we achieve, this is what we achieve. But along the line, you find out that it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So in life, you continue praying. You continue experimenting things of life. But I thank God that whatever good you do, you don't expect somebody, that particular person whom you did good to repay you. No. If you go on that line, you'll be highly disappointed. But just do good and leave it. Because as I'm talking to you now, I'm one of the victims of expecting person I've done good to repay me back. But when that person does, because you see, a woman being, you are not an island. A woman being is not an island. A woman being is not an island at all. You can have 99,000, but you need 100,000. 99,000 is not 100,000. You need somebody to support you with that 1,000. But if that person fails, God does not send that person to you. So you just leave it and pray to your God. Miraculously, somebody whom you don't know will bring that 1,000 to you. That is how life is. And life is full of ups and downs. You know, you do this, you fail today. You do this, you get up. But keep on pressing. Keep on pressing. The Lord Almighty God will smile on you one day. But in life, it's not good to put all your eggs in one basket. No, you don't do that. A reasonable, a sensible person don't behave like that. You sit down, you bisect what you want to do. You diagnose it, and you pick out the best. And in life, when you want to make friends, you see, I'm talking from my own personal experience. I don't move with failures. I don't move with failures. That has been my life. I will never befriend somebody who cannot impact an atom into my life. No, I may be wrong, but that's how God. When I see that you cannot impact an atom into my life, I won't befriend you. Always you tell me, Lamas, thank you. Tomorrow, Lamas, thank you. Enjoy Mary, Lamas, thank you. When will I also tell you thank you? That is how life is. When you thank me 10 times, I should be able to thank you 2 times. But you continue thanking me. Why? Because I'm also a woman being. I will need you along the line. So I tell my own children, anybody who cannot invest an atom into your life, you leave that person. So I thank God. That's how life is. I thank God. I've imparted a lot. Into people's life, which I can testify that I did this to this, I do this to this, I do this to this. That is part of life. So I thank you very, 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 very much.